Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this whole week kind of has been not necessarily a wrap-up of 2025 because we already did that, but it leads to data from 2025 going into this year, kind of determining our behaviors. And so, the fact is this, Kenzie, at least the tease for you is, a shocking number of Americans would rather ditch social media than this. So you have to guess on what the this is. And this is now going into 2026. Like I said, some of the things that have happened in the past year have led to this answer. So I want you to use your brain on this. As usual.
Thank you.
As usual.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know what part of your
wasn't
body
planning
you were
on
going to
tapping
use.
into that. Oh, God, let me go find it.
As opposed to the other 3 hours and 50 minutes of the show.
So they'd rather ditch social media than this, but you found that shocking. I feel like people would ditch social media for almost anything, so it almost has to be like a bad thing.
No, I think that's might be a you thing, because think how addictive social media is at this point, and it's a huge number of Americans that would rather ditch social media than this.
They'd rather ditch social media. I'm going to say then get into another relationship. I'm going to say it's bitter people who are like really tired. You know, they're like, I think I'd rather just get rid of my social media than ever have to deal with that again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting take. I didn't think was coming.
Yeah, no, that is an interesting take.
I'm trying to think about it. Because you said a shocking amount. So I'm like, okay, I could see that surprising you.
It is a shocking amount.
Yeah.
They would rather ditch social media than you're saying, than get in another relationship.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. I mean, maybe it's just now because I'm not like in my young 20s or people don't care, but like I'm 30 and I know so many women who are like, you know, I honestly don't think I'm ever going to go on a date again. I just think I want to like travel. Like, I don't want to spend my time like fighting with somebody. I don't want to spend my time compromising. I don't want to spend my time and I get that because no matter what, like even in a good relationship, you're going to compromise at some point. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, no matter what, you'd be a bad partner if you weren't compromising. So I totally get where some people are like, think I'm compromised out. I'd really just like to do things I want to do. I get that.
Just want to kick it. Just want to chill.
Yeah, I just want to make 100% of your choices, right? I totally get that.
I was fine being alone, when I was alone. Some people I know, I think we all know that person that has to be in a relationship. They have to be dating somebody, have to be whatever, locked up.
And I think that whole I think that it takes age to get to a point where you feel like you don't have to be in a relationship. You're like, you know what? Because and I mean this not mean, you were alone for a long time. You got to do whatever, but you got to do whatever you wanted to do for a long time.
It's
and
like,
a lot of people.
yeah. It's like De Niro said in Heat, you're alone, not lonely.
Right. I mean that as like you had a lot of fun. So I think that you feel fine at a stage of compromising. But if you flip that, because most people are the opposite of you. Most people end up married young and then later have freedom. And they're like, wait a damn minute. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, see, I wasn't young when I got married.
No.
I was far from.
You weren't.
That's right. I was not young.
You weren't.
Young at heart.
And in the mind.
90s kid over here.
90s
kid. So I will give a quote from Sam Malone from the show Cheers, which also shows I'm not young.
No.
Great show. When he said, when he was arguing with Frasier about like getting married, and he's like, I like being single, man. I can eat donuts for dinner and no one's going to yell at me.
Right. Like, it's nice to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Is that not nice?
Yeah. Also, I'll throw a little really deep thought on you that I saw, like, it came on a reel from some Asian monk, like a monk.
Yeah, I know what a monk is.
I didn't. Are monks allowed to make reels?
I don't know who made the reel, but it was a reel of a monk. That's a good question,
He's
by
like
the way.
dancing.
No, he was not doing a
I don't think
TikTok
we're
dance.
supposed to do that.
Yeah.
He's dancing to Shabuzi.
The monk said this, that you need to find yourself a man that is okay being alone the rest of his life. That's how you know it's true love. If he gets together with you. Mm-hmm. I told Megan this. She didn't buy it. She also said the same thing. I don't think monks are making reels. I think it's an AI monk. I don't know if it's a real monk. Yeah. But yeah, if you're ready to be alone the rest of your life, and then you actually marry somebody, that's true love.
Right. Versus finding someone that you're like, I don't know how to handle myself. I need to find somebody who does everything because I don't know how to like take care of myself. I totally agree with that.
Case, what do you think about that?
I don't know if I agree with the monk. I was recently trying to think about what my life would look like if I decentered women from it. Because it's the only validation I want is from women I'm attracted to. I don't care about anybody. I'll change anything for any woman that I like.
Is that why you never listen to me?
Because I hate you, yes. I'm glad you understand now.
You're like, I don't want to sleep with that. So,
But like, it's all I want. It's all I've ever wanted. And I was trying to think about what my life would look like if I didn't put the idea of women and relationships first. Couldn't envision it. Don't know what that would look like. Don't know who I would be. It factors into every decision I make.
Huh.
And it's not going awesome.
right, isn't that kind of, okay, but hear me out. This is why. Isn't that kind of tiring? Wouldn't it be nice if just your decisions were more based on just your actual wants and not the want of a significant other?
Yeah.
Because gay is straight. That's the want of a significant other.
Which is,
Stephen
to be
Jenkins.
clear, that's what Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind asked me. Are you gay or are you straight?
And honestly,
Gay or straight?
I can't remember your answer on that either.
I said, well, a lot of people think I'm gay, but I'm actually straight. Common misconception.
All right, so you're straight, then you're not gay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, it's fine. No, Kenzie, you might be onto something. I literally don't know what that would look like.
See, so you're not like in what the monk said, which I agree with, by the way, because I was ready to be alone the rest of my life. Megan was too. And then when we met each other, that's true. To get together in that world, yeah, that's true love.
But I'm gonna stand up for Case. I don't think he's actively chasing like marriage and needs a girl to move in. Like he learned how to cook. I'm gonna give Case credit. When
Case,
Case after his breakup last year, he lost weight. He figured out how to style himself. He figured out how to style his hair. He learned how to cook. I feel like you really thrived after a breakup and did what you should do. You experienced growth. You figured out how to do a lot on your own and your own likes. I don't know why it's funny. I'm being nice to you.
I laughed at the noise Brian made, not anything you were saying.
Because I want Case to answer the question is what I want. You said you think this is what Case feels, but I want Case to answer that question.
Well, Kenzie, all of the things you just said, I did because I liked somebody else. I was like, oh, she's really hot. I should change everything about me to be with her.
The motivation, you see.
Yeah.
So,
So if it doesn't work out with her, are you gonna get like fat as hell again?
I
Or
think
like,
I'm
what's
gonna
the
get fat
vibe?
as hell. No, I do like skinny Case.
See?
But that's because it's sort of like, I know we'll get to the fact in just a second, but like I'm getting more attention from women now in my life than
You
I
are.
ever have.
We've been talking about this.
Not always the women or woman that I would like, but I'm getting more attention for women. So I think I'm on the right path, but it's still, every decision I make is tied into whether it's a specific person or just the general idea. It's like, oh, well, what if this person liked me if I did this?
And you're
You
not.
know what I think though? I think the best thing you can do when you're off or when you go through like a breakup is like heighten your value on the market. And you did that. You fed into yourself. Because a lot of people in a breakup go self-destructive with it, and you completely fed into yourself and made even a better version of yourself. It's the best thing you can do when you go through a breakup.
Hey, everybody, it's Tony Robbins, everybody. Hey.
It's true, though.
He did. He's a snack now. He's a total
Look at
snack.
him.
I miss my eating partner, but he's a snack, you know?
I'm worried that people are actually making fun of me now because so many people have said things about how I've lost weight that I'm worried that now it's a bit and that I haven't lost that much weight and that everybody's making fun. Like Dougie Styles was in for Lauren yesterday and he was so complimentary of me that it made me so incredibly paranoid that everybody's just laughing at me behind my back.
Yeah,
Well,
Kenzie.
we are. We have a group chat.
Yeah. A lot of that laughing emoji became my number one emoji again. Yeah.
Look at Case and his weight loss. What a joke.
17 laughing emojis. All right, so back to the facts. Kenzie thinks that a shocking number of Americans, Chicagoans, would rather ditch social media than get in another relationship, which led us to that conversation that was very interesting. Now, Case, what it could be way off and not even close to that, but a shocking number of Chicagoans would rather ditch social media than blank. And think about where we are in the last year. That's the help of on the hint for people checking in of what we're at.
A nightly glass of wine. I think people need that more than they need social media.
So they'd rather do social media than a glass of wine, even though alcohol consumption is way down.
Yeah, Dr. Oz is now telling us that alcohol is good for you. That's how much the alcohol industry is
wine
panicking.
is good for you because when my dad had a heart attack, they were like, you should start drinking red wine. They also told him to stop doing a lot of other things. Like, and he didn't listen to any of those. He just picked up another form of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not sure the red wine would have stopped the heart attack or not. I don't know.
I go, Dad, the cigarettes. It's just the wine, but that's fine.
All right, so we'll give you the answer in 3 minutes after Hoobastank. A shocking number of Chicagoans would rather ditch social media than blank. Guess at 312-591-8300. Brian and Kenzie.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in about 10 minutes, I have an update on our weight loss challenge. Kenzie and her vibrating plate and the two things I will do every day that I've guaranteed in the next 18 hours to have to get two things done every day of 2026. We're going to go through that in just about 10 minutes and see where we're at because a weigh-in's coming pretty quick. I can't believe Monday's coming already. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ready for it. So, a fact that makes your brain go. A shocking number of Chicagoans would rather give up social media than blank. And it relates kind of where we are in society. Kenzie guessed, get in another relationship. Oh, sounds incredibly terrible. And Case guessed, a glass of wine at night. Having that little glass of wine. A shocking number of Chicagoans would rather ditch social media, and this relates to our weight loss challenge, than their GLP-1 drugs, which is all the weight loss drugs of like Wegovy or Ozempic, the shots that you take.
You know what's so like bananas? I swear to God, Brian, in the middle of that song, so I posted on my social media a few days ago, I was looking for recommendations for different like gyms that you like have a kids play area and like estheticians and things like that. I was like, I want to better myself in the year. And someone commented and said, you should go on GLP-1. I just read this comment on the song and they go, literally everyone's on it, but no one's willing to admit it. And I go, I don't know if that many people are doing it. And then that was the answer. That is so insane.
Well, here's a stat for you. In a poll of 2,000 U.S. adults, a quarter use a GLP-1 of some sort, or they've tried it at least in the last 5 years. These drugs came on to help people with diabetes, really. They need to lose 100 pounds or they're going to die. That's what these drugs did. Now people are using it to lose, like, I could lose 7 pounds, just thin up a little bit for the holidays. And we don't know, 10 years, 20 years down the road what these side effects are going to be. But people are taking them, and it's working for a lot of people. They get that Ozempic head, which is really big, and the body gets small. It's a little weird looking.
It's interesting that we're slipping into to a diet drug culture again. Don't you remember when diet pills were like every celebrity had a diet pill that they endorsed? I remember getting caught with diet pills when I was like 13 because I put the Kim Kardashian ones. And you would have thought my mom found a murder weapon in my room with the way I got in trouble. I mean, she cursed me out. I was grounded forever. But I'm like, she looks so good on the bottle. I just want to look like that.
There was, back in the day here at Q101, you may remember there was an endorsement. It was called a Stacker. The pill was called Stacker.
Okay.
And it was a weight loss drug. And they started sending these pills to the station like Jolly Ranchers. You couldn't go on any table. There was just Stacker pills laying on coffee tables in the studio. And people were gobbling them up. Not me. It was like
You never took them?
I'm very afraid of pills. It's another side story I don't want to get into right now, but I don't like taking a pill unless I absolutely have to. Mm-hmm. And found out that they were really, they were kind of just amphetamines. They were just speed. And there was a huge...
Why? I don't get it. Why does it make you lose weight? Like, does that curb your hunger and make you like active or something?
I think you're just moving really fast when you're on speed. I don't know.
The velocity in which you're moving about the earth.
I mean, I've known people that have taken speed. They're all thin.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's the real weight loss drug.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still around, Stacker. I think they got their stuff together. I don't know.
I don't think Stacker's still around. I haven't seen a Stacker pill.
And I do realize that GLP-1 and stuff like that, I'm sure that's a higher, like, tested and vetted drug than these diet pills were. But it's just interesting because there was a curve where everyone was on something to lose weight, and we're kind of back at that. Even if it's like it's better quality or a better tested drug or whatever, it is very interesting that we're there again.
Because it's very 90s or even early 2000s, like you said. I don't know what the Kim Kardashian one was, what that pill was.
I don't remember, but all the Kardashians were, they all were like, we work out twice a day. Then before every single meal, the 3 times we eat, we take the pills. Like I remember all the instructions, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna look like this. It's gonna be awesome.
No, I'm sure it's really healthy for you. I'm glad that you don't
I
have
was
any
doing that at
lasting.
13.
Yeah, 13, and you don't have any lasting body image effects from it. Things worked out really well for you.
No, I have a horrible body image. I'm very aware of that. I'm very aware of the whole thing.
No, mentally adjusted really well. Someone just brought up another one, by the way, that used to hear, because these people usually go to radio hosts to do it, Trim Spa. Do you remember that one, the Trim Spa ads? They were everywhere.
No.
It was a popular ephedra-containing weight loss supplement famously promoted by Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, I do remember. See, you can't give me the name of the drug. You gotta give me. I'm telling you, every celebrity.
The endorser.
The endorser.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoever is hottest is gonna get my money. That's what I want to look like.
And by the way, dead.
Well, I don't think it was. I don't think it was trims, but not that those are good for you. But I don't think that's it.
I'm saying watch yourself with these drugs, people. Everybody's just be careful. Go to a real doctor.
Be careful, because Anna Nicole Smith is dead, and you could be next.
Just wanted to be clear on that. Just wanted to be clear.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, about 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Case's movie review of When Harry Met Sally. And just to take you back to Monday, we started our weight loss challenge, and I dropped the way I'm going to get myself together this year, which relates to fitness, but not just that, a life motto. It was a reel with Mr. Wonderful talking about working with Steve Jobs, who invented the Apple Store.
So your peers.
These are my
Your contemporaries.
These are my contemporaries, couple billionaires, and so what Mr. Wonderful said about Steve Jobs is what I'm going to do. Because Steve Jobs was pretty successful, except for dying.
Is he known for weight loss also or something?
No. I'm going to work this into.
Okay.
I'm working this into weight loss and my life in general to get off this cycle. He said Steve Jobs was the best he ever saw. This is Mr. Wonderful talking about Steve Jobs from Apple. He was the best he'd ever seen in business about something that you need to do to be successful, and it can work in fitness, fortune, and fun, whatever you want to do, is that you get 2 things that you want to get done in the next 18 hours. You don't think about building the iPhone or all that crap, because that's going to take years or whatever at that point. Just 2 things that you got to get done in the next 18 hours, and you get those 2 things done. That's what I'm doing every day this year. Now, one of them could be, for example, today, I'm going to do 15 push-ups later. That's one of the things.
Why don't you do it now?
Oh, I can't do it right now in the year. I want to do it later.
Why do it now when you can do it later?
I want to do all these things later.
I'll do all these things later.
Wait, I don't understand, because like we all do a million things a day. So like couldn't you just be like work and picked up Harper every day? Now you've done 2 things.
No, that's a bunch of crap. I ain't doing that. No, because I get my brain, my OCD kicks in, and I get overwhelmed, and then I just do nothing. I don't do any of those things I should be doing.
We know.
So if I narrow it down to 2 things and just put that on a big legal pad in front of me, and I say, these things have to get done in the next 18 hours or you're a piece of crap, that's what I'm going to put on the legal pad, by the way.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. So every day, I'll come up with a new schedule for the next 18 hours. And that's what I'm going to do the rest of the year.
So what are the 2 for today?
15 push-ups, and I've got to call the city to make sure I paid up all those speed tickets so I don't get double charged.
Oh
How is that going to help you with the weight loss?
See, not everything. Not everything is fitness. One will be probably fitness, and then one will be my life to
One
get
will
it
be
organized.
auxiliary. One will be sort of a touch and go type deal.
So you're going to do 1 thing a day to help with fitness?
Some might be one day. It might be 2 things for fitness.
He's gonna do 2 a day at some point.
But the speed camera tickets, as you guys know, I've spent about $1,000 on them because I let them sit and I forget and they double in price.
I'm not okay. This is an argument that you shouldn't pay the speed. This is an argument that how is this an airtight plan for your fitness and health?
What if you have to do 3 things in a day?
That's too much. What are you talking about? Are you
What
listening?
if 2 things pop up and none of them are fitness based?
That might happen one day.
But then you're never gonna get fit.
How are you going to?
But I'm going to get
This
things.
is I don't give an F about the rest of your life. This is a fitness challenge you're doing on the radio.
I understand, but one of them will probably this month. More will be everyone. One of them will always be fitness.
Already, it's the first day, and one of them's not about fitness.
No. One is not about
Can
fitness.
I suggest something?
No. All right, that was Monday on the show.
That was day one.
That was day one. Can you imagine? Are we going to make it? I don't know if we're going to make it.
So then I ask Brian the next day near the end of the show. This is off air. I ask him, I go, hey, what are you 2 things today? It's the end of the show. He goes, I'm not sure yet.
I don't know.
Second day of the plan.
Second day.
No
Me with
idea.
that question.
Now, I will say I've had things every day. I've had the 2 things.
Okay.
I've completed them.
So let's go over what they were.
Well-
so what'd you do Tuesday?
Well, let's, in an effort of time crunch here, because we got to get the Cases movie review, let's just do the yesterdays. Can I just do yesterdays?
Let's
and the
act
2
like
things?
Tuesday and Wednesday didn't happen.
No, they did. I can guarantee they did. But I don't want to bore you with, bench pressing 300 pounds, 10 sets.
Oh,
you
no,
know.
I'm sure that's what
No,
happened.
you don't want to do that. So,
Well,
yes.
the truth will come out, by the way, Monday at 7:50 when we weigh ourselves again, and we'll see how effective this 2-thing thing has been for Brian.
Ugh. Okay, so yesterday, the fitness thing was, as Kenzie's really good at, long-form cardio, doing long cardio, whether you're doing it on a walk or on a vibrating plate or on a Peloton bike, whatever. But you also, I've read about lately, you need to do sprints or sprinting activities, quick surges of energy, because that helps your bloodstream and your heart. What are you laughing at now?
Where the hell were you sprinting?
Also, I love that it's like, well, I'm going to do something for a short period of
Yeah,
time.
he
I don't
always
do a
finds
long
the
workout.
shortest version of everything.
I'll work on the long cardio later when it comes time to actually do the final weigh-in, because I got to lose pounds because I didn't really do it right.
But where are you? Were you just up and down the street outside?
With a parachute on his back.
This is what I did.
He looks like a drag racer.
I had a lot of errands to run yesterday. I had to go to Home Depot. I had to go to Costco. I had to go to Walgreens.
Did you run in those stores?
Oh my God! Please don't tell me you ran from your car to the store at each place. Is
That's
that
ex-
what you did?
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. So I decided that when I get in the car and drive to these places, when I get out, I'm sprinting in the place. So I probably am on some cameras. I think people thought I was robbing
I
the
would
places.
run out of the store. It looks like you're gonna shoot it up. Who runs into the store like that?
Well, it was even worse because Walgreens is a small parking lot, unlike Costco and Home Depot. It was
so
only
it's a very small sprint.
It was 10 feet. So I sprinted from the car 10 feet in the Walgreens, and I think they definitely got on the microphone and said, we got one.
We got an active shooter in the building.
Yeah, but Home Depot and Costco, I had to park pretty far, so I had I'd say
So you did 3 sprints from your car into stores?
6 in and out.
Oh, amen.
What are you talking about?
Max.
There's no math. Come on, it's in and out. I got to get out of there. I did have a mishap. I dropped 18.
Do tell.
I dropped 18 eggs out of Costco running with them.
You dropped eggs.
So I got more sprints out of it because I had to run back in and come back out. So I had 8 sprints really yesterday total.
No, bonus.
Yeah, it was a bonus for that
It
one.
was a bonus sprint.
So I ran from my car into the store, ran out, and that was my speed cardio, my surge energy to get my heart going, which will lead to fame, fortune, fitness, and fun, of course, with this plan.
What was your other thing?
The other thing is not fitness related,
Shocking.
but I told you I need to organize my whole life. But I talked, if you remember, just a little bit ago, I think it was about a month and a half ago, that I want to be a guitar influencer this year.
Says a grown man.
Sprinting from parking lots for exercise.
So when I composed myself, I started going through all my totes and collecting all of my guitar gear that I have in separate totes all over the house, and I put it in a big pile in the middle of the room. So
Awesome. That sounds organized. You
I
sound
found-
like you're ready.
I found your blues pedal you got me for birthday or Christmas. I can't remember.
Birthday. I hate you.
Years ago.
So I found that blues. Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We barely knew Kenzie at that point.
Yeah, and she got a really nice gift for me.
I know.
So I have that now, and I have all my guitar gears in a big pile in the middle of the room now.
I'm sure Megan loves that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Part
The
of
second
plan.
thing on your list was that you made a mess. You didn't even play guitar.
Yeah, and you didn't organize it after you found all the stuff? You
No.
just left it in the pile.
No, I'll start playing next week. I had to get the gear. So I
Oh,
made
yeah, you don't want to too much on your plate.
yeah.
All
Well,
this sprinting.
You should have found it, then put it up in an organized way.
well, that's today's of the two. I'll organize the
gonna
guitar gear
organize
today. That's that one.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Case's movie review in honor of the tragic death of Rob Reiner. It's the third movie of his that we are doing on this. And Diane in Lombard was stoked when you said When Harry Met Sally earlier in the week because it's her favorite movie. And she watched it again last night so she could just be fresh of every scene. So thank you, Diane in Lombard, for being ready for the review of When Harry Met Sally.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah, give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies! Fry! Fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Okay, let's do it. When Harry Met Sally, directed by the late Rob Reiner, released July 21st, 1989. The budget was only $16 million for having some stars in there. And the box office, $193 million in 89. That's a massive number. On the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, When Harry Met Sally holds an approval rating of 89% based on 142 reviews. And just a reminder, next week, Case is reviewing Juice, starring Tupac, in honor of the film's 34th anniversary. Well, let's focus on today, and we'll start, as we always do, with the trailer for the movie. So this is how When Harry Met Sally was advertised when it came out.
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan in a comedy about love.
Someone is staring at you in personal growth.
About life.
I'm gonna be 40!
When?
Someday!
In 8 years.
And fresh produce.
Grab.
A new Rob Reiner comedy.
I'll roll down the window.
When Harry Met Sally. Rated R starts Wednesday at select theaters.
Kind of like the Chattanooga Choo-Choo there in the background.
It's just like it.
Just a little bit like that.
Big influence on this movie.
All right. And listen, I think a lot of people hold this movie as one of the best rom-coms, maybe even like the first, it feels like, of all time. But what did you think of When Harry Met Sally, Case?
This is a movie.
Oh.
This is what movies should
Yay.
be. Movies should be either bank heists or When Harry Met Sally. Those are the two genres that I am interested in.
Well, that's a take. That's a nice take.
Either help me fall in love or make me a lot of money and have me in a big shootout. Those are the two preferable movie genres, and this certainly fits the category of one of those. I did not know much about this movie. Like I said, we're doing this because I wanted to be sure that we did one more Rob Reiner movie after his untimely passing. We'll do Stand By Me later this year. That turns 40 over the summer,
Wow.
so we'll do that at some point. But I wanted to be sure we did this, and then I also, on New Year's Eve, as I was going through my phone, I kept on seeing people tweet out a clip from this movie that took place on New Year's Eve, and I didn't have the context of it. I didn't know much about it, but I kept on seeing that clip, and I thought, all right, to start the year, we'll do When Harry Met Sally, and I'm so glad that we did. Normally, I don't just come right out and say that I love the movie, but I love this movie. To me, again, this is 90 minutes, very funny, very romantic. This is how it's done. This is a movie. Why every year, every studio head should be like, hey, you know what we should do? Another When Harry Met Sally. Why aren't they doing this?
Amen. Amen, Case.
I think it's really, really hard to capture what they did in this movie and the actors in their life at the time of where their careers were. Like Meg Ryan had did Top Gun a couple years before this, I guess. And then, like for me, I mean, I was in love with her. She was adorable. And then she was adorable in this, even though in a completely different way, because she was just a ditz-head in Top Gun, just a cute little, pilot's wife. And then here, she has so many takes and a way to live a life and all that, but she's the same cute girl.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing about this movie is if I was in this movie and I was Harry, this would have been no longer than a TikTok, because I would have been out on the character of Sally once I heard her order food for the first time. When they get dinner together, they're traveling to New York, and this is how she orders dinner. I would have been hands up, I'm out. I'm no longer interested in this woman, no matter how good she looks.
What can I get you?
I'll have a number 3.
I'd like the chef salad, please, with the oil and vinegar on the side and the apple pie a la mode.
Chef and apple a la mode.
But I'd like the pie heated, and I don't want the ice cream on top. I want it on the side, and I'd like strawberry instead of vanilla if you have it. If not, then no ice cream, just whipped cream, but only if it's real. If it's out of a can, then nothing.
Not even the pie?
No, just the pie, but then not heated.
Kenzie, is that your order? Is that how you order?
Listen, I like a woman who knows what she wants, okay?
I do too, but you got to be more open than that.
Listen, now you know she's not going to play games with you. That's what you should get from that order. This should be your dream woman.
I disagree.
She's going to tell you exactly what she thinks.
I disagree because these two played games with each other for 15 years. They don't get married for forever. They're too busy screwing around with other people. She did play. The whole movie is them playing games.
Oh, but you know how annoyed guys get where they're like, where do you want to eat? I don't know where you do want to eat. She knows exactly what she wants. You're never going to have to deal with that.
I guess
She's going to tell you.
Yeah, with her food, she does. But there's so much dancing around in this movie of them, like, for the first thing, it starts at University of Chicago. So it starts here in Chicago. But then they go like 5 years once they drop off in New York after he makes a pass at her. I don't know. Listen, she's so cute. I couldn't. I would have tracked her down after whoever I was dating at the time. Forget
tracked
it.
her down.
Terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit. I know. I mean, that's the only part. It just seems wow. That takes you on that journey like that.
Well, I guess I reject the general idea of this movie because it's like I was debating on whether or not I even want to get into the concept of can men and women be friends, or it's like most of my friends are women, and there's
you're wrong. Most of your friends are women, but you'd be willing to sleep with all of them.
most of my friends are women, and I would sleep with most of them, but that doesn't mean that I want to. That just means that I would. I'm not
right, but
pining
that's
for
why
it.
they say you can't be friends.
But I'm doing just fine not sleeping with them.
Right, but the second they'd be willing to let you sleep with them, you would. You're only friends because of them.
But I have.
Do you understand that?
I'm with Kenzie on this one.
I think like I have such a hard time even processing how I feel about that because I disagree with it so strongly. Even though, as I've said on this show many times, most of my friends are either men in their 40s or the most beautiful women you've ever seen in their 20s.
It's true, actually.
It's really true.
Now, I will also add this to Kenzie's point. That you're not old enough yet, so you haven't had enough time. If enough time passes, the girls that are friends, you will say, well, I got to either sleep with them or get them out of my life.
I totally disagree with
No,
that.
that's not true. I actually disagree with that, too, because guys sit there and they wait. They're very predatory, and one day they're going to slip up. They're going to be sad or drunk or desperate, and they're going to sleep with Case. And he's going to be like, and this is why I've been your friend for 15 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying the same thing,
That's what I'm
kind of.
saying. But he'll never get rid of him because one day she'll be sad or depressed or drunk.
Yeah.
And there you go.
We have the same theory, generally a little different. But yeah, I think that.
But there's a woman that I'm friends with who is objectively attractive. But I've become.
Is it me?
No, I said a friend.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I'll remember that.
Objectively very attractive. But I've become so close with this person that I know too much about her. I know too many of her idiosyncrasies, and I know who she's slept with. And it's taken her off the table. I look at her in a completely different way now.
Can I start guessing who it is on the air? Because
I
know exactly who it is.
And I will. I'm gonna stop it right here because I don't want her to guess. I don't want her. But here's what I'll say. This is the problem with that theory that you have. Or it's not a problem, but it's also
No, tell me what my problem is.
It's not a problem.
Tell him.
The problem is you don't drink. That's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
Because if you did drink a little bit and she drank a little bit, it would happen.
No, but he's sober so he can, be there when she's drunk.
I'm not saying.
Whoa.
I want to make that clear. I'm not saying that you should give alcohol to someone to make this happen. I'm saying if you're both.
I don't want to.
I'm saying if you're both having a few drinks, and I'm not promoting alcohol here, but I'm just.
But you are.
I'm saying the facts of the situation, the facts of
You and I
society.
have been talking about this a lot recently.
Getting girls drunk?
No.
I don't remember this.
No, we left you out of that one.
Before you get here, we do a whole Cosby routine.
Good Lord.
You were not in that text thread. You were off that chat. No. Let's remove Kenzie from the chat, please, and discuss.
Because you and I have been talking a lot about how I've been going out like with a newer group of friends, and they drink a lot, and there's a woman that I like there, and we were just talking about how it's an interesting power balance and dynamic because I'm not drinking and all of them are. And your theory is it's harder for me to get laid because I'm not drinking.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say you should become an alcoholic or anything.
Thanks.
But I'm saying when you're socially drinking, that sometimes things loosen up and the real truth, it's like truth serum. It comes out of it, I've always had a crush on you and why don't we get out of here? That kind of thing.
But I can do that sober.
Nah,
I think it helps as long as she feels a little more and not wasted and you're taking advantage of her. Let's clarify.
I don't
Once
want
she blacks out.
I don't want women taking advantage
But
of.
when you have like one drink and you're like, okay, like if she gets that confidence, I'm saying if she, and then as long as he knows how to respond to it, it would still help.
You
Even if he's not
you
drinking.
don't care about. I want people to remember this. Clear. This is a big statement. You don't care about rejection when you have your buzz on.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I can see it taking the nerves out. I'm not a man, so I don't approach anybody, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can tell you as a man that I had less fear, and when I had a few drinks in me. And I didn't care about being rejected then. I'm still going to get a burrito later.
You're like, you're ugly anyways. One of those.
I thought you were a bitch.
Yeah.
You're
my last choice in here.
I guess she's a lesbian. Because she doesn't like my ugly face. All right, we got to continue this. We're up against the wall here.
Yeah, I barely talked about the movie. We should
Anywho, good movie.
This would be the sequel, what we're doing right now to this movie.
What, you drinking and getting rejected?
Pretty much. So When Harry Met Sally, Case has a lot more to get into this movie, and I'm really curious on the rating on this one too, because I didn't even think you were going to like it, to be honest.
You didn't think I was going to like it? I'm a romantic at heart. This is a movie for me.
And it is a short movie. It's only an hour and a half, but for some reason I thought there'd be some of this you're going like, ugh. I don't know. I just thought you'd be a little bit over schmaltzy.
We'll talk about it after the break.
6 minutes away.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
I want to remind you that coming up here in the next 10, 15 minutes, we will have chances to guaranteed entry passes for Matt from Mount Joy, which is next Thursday, the Q101 free pop-up. So those tickets are on the way. But before we get there, we have to finish up Case's movie review in the middle of When Harry Met Sally. And we're at a point where Case loves the movie. And we discussed a lot of, the relationship stuff that goes on in there. And speaking of which, shout out to Kimberly from Zion checked in. She says, hi. It's my daughter Sophia's 15th birthday today, and she listens every morning with me on the way to school. Would you please wish her a happy birthday? Please. Thank you. We love you. Happy birthday.
Woo!
Let's go.
Give her some rap horns. It's her birthday. Give her the rap horns.
Oh, yeah. I can do this. I can do this. What else can we do? There's no free stuff coming with that, though.
Okay, that's nice.
No birthday present.
Nope, sorry. Happy birthday. Have a great weekend. Okay, Case, where are we at with this movie?
So where we left off
was a discussion of how to. Well, now Sophia's listening to a 15-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, come on.
Sorry.
Forget it. I'm not going to say where we were. You can say it.
I was debating on the idea of whether or not men and women can be friends, and that's the basis of this movie. But the larger point that I wanted to make was they're going about it all wrong, because I have always believed that true love is when you can spend an entire day in a car with somebody and it can be fun the entire time. And this movie starts with those two taking a cross-country road trip, and they have a great time together. And it becomes very apparent at that point that these are people who are destined to be more than friends. These are soulmates, which is a concept that I believe in. And I think they just unfortunately spent 15 years of their life in the context of this movie waiting around for the inevitable. And it's very nice, spoilers ahead, the rom-com ends with a happy ending, that they get together in the end. I do love their characters. I love the tenderness of their characters. I think they're so well written. I like that this movie shares perspective between the man and the woman. They're equal main characters. It's not a rom-com from a man's point of view or a woman's point of view. I think they balance that in a really unique way. That being said, the star of this movie is not Billy Crystal, nor is it Meg Ryan. The star of this movie, the person I enjoyed the most, and it's so nice because I did not enjoy her in Blues Brothers when we did that last summer, was Carrie Fisher. She's so funny in this movie. I don't really understand her. For the first half of the movie, she appears to be without a job and loves sleeping with married men, which, all right, I could be talked into that. Yeah, that seems like a good time. But I don't really get where she's at in this universe, but there's a scene in which her and Meg Ryan and another friend are having lunch, and I love the dialogue in this scene so much.
Why can't you find someone single? When I was single, I knew lots of nice single men. There must be someone. Sally found someone.
Well, Sally got the last good one.
Joe and I broke up.
What? When?
Monday.
You waited 3 days to tell
Joe's
us?
available?
Well, for God's sakes, Marie, don't you have any feelings about this? She's obviously upset.
I'm not that upset. We've been growing apart for quite a while.
But you guys were a couple. You had someone to go places with. You had a date on national holidays.
I said to myself, you deserve more than this. You're 31 years old.
And the clock is ticking.
No, the clock doesn't really start to tick until you're 36.
God, you're in such great shape.
I love that scene. There's so much to glean from there. First of all, the clock doesn't start ticking until you're 36 is great advice. I needed to hear that. That was very I've got 10 years until that clock starts ticking. That's great to know. But Carrie Fisher's line about you're a couple, you had somebody to go places with, you had a date on national holidays. That I realized at that moment, that's what I'm looking for. That's why I want to date. That's why I want to be with somebody. When a national holiday comes around, I want those guaranteed built-in plans. I don't want to wonder who I'm spending the 4th of July with. I want a built-in partner for moments like that. I think that's beautiful.
What about Easter? Need someone for Easter?
I love it. One of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
A nice ham.
Oh, ham's underrated. Ham is so underrated.
On Easter, no less?
Yeah.
That scene made me so happy. I thought that was so funny and so charming, but it is like when I ask myself the question of what I'm looking for in a relationship or why do I even want to date? It's like, no, I would like somebody to go places with and somebody to date on national holidays. That's kind of the big thing for me.
Well, I want to also make note of Carrie Fisher on this is because you go back, she's not in the midst of it, but the Star Wars trilogy, the first one is over. In the middle of that, she pulls off, I know you didn't love her in the Blues Brothers, but I love her in the Blues Brothers and the whole movie. She puts the Blues Brothers in the middle of the Star Wars trilogy. Then afterward, a few years later, after Return of the Jedi, she does this role. Is she the only one from the Star Wars trilogy that could have a career after not being typecast of the Star Wars movies?
Harrison Ford, right?
Harrison Ford. Forgot about it. Crap.
That huge actor.
Crap. I forgot about it.
You got me.
I'm not a big movie guy, but Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah, I forgot. You never see R2-D2 anywhere, though, do you?
No, he's noticeably quiet. I'm waiting for a photo of R2-D2 and Epstein to surface.
Very tight, Kaz. Very tight, guys.
You didn't see the R2-D2 Epstein picture?
I missed it. Epstein's got a photo with everybody but the three of us and R2-D2.
I'll send it to you. He's got one.
Can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Wasn't Liam Neeson in Star Wars?
Not in the first trilogy, but good point, Kenzie. He's in the first one of the second trilogy.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't even know what that means. But I didn't know there was that many. But I was like, I think Liam Neeson is in Star Wars.
Yeah, because he goes up to Darth Vader and he goes like, I will find you and I will kill you.
I thought that was a different movie. Okay.
No, but I mean, yeah, Liam Neeson's in the second trilogy, but he wasn't in the first trilogy. So anyway, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher are the only ones that had a career afterward.
Natalie Portman had a great career. Wasn't she in Star Wars?
Second trilogy.
So this only applied. I didn't know this only applied to the first trilogy.
I said the first trilogy.
Okay.
So don't start going through all the actors in the third. The other movies out there.
Well, I don't know. They're all like, are those still classic ones? I know it's not like the new stuff.
Yeah, the first trilogy is the classics.
I thought that like there were 7 movies everyone like loved that were like the Bible, and then they added new stuff.
In case you want to do Star Wars next week.
Well, I've seen them. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm confused.
I know. We'll come back to it.
I do have to mention real quick the I'll have what she's having scene, because that has been, I think, just embedded into the brains of everybody, whether they've seen this movie or not.
And I can tell you, seeing that movie in real time, when the orgasm, that scene happens.
I wasn't going to say that word, but okay.
It's okay to say orgasm. It's fine.
I don't want to.
I did. It's fine. I like the word.
I like the word.
That sent like shock waves. Like that scene, what Meg Ryan did for what she was in the movie, and then does that. And that's also Rob Reiner's mom who says, I'll have what she's having in the movie. I mean, that was like one of the biggest movie scenes of all time when that came out in real time.
But it's not that funny now.
Oh, I think it's funny
still. And maybe it's just, again, it's like I live in a post I'll have what she's having society. So I knew that scene even without seeing this movie. But it goes on for a really long time.
That's what makes it, because she goes so slow to get there and build it.
But it wasn't like I like her. I like the character of Sally. I'm very charmed by her despite the way that she orders food. And I also, you guys can back me up on this, I love a quirky woman. I love somebody that's going to do a bit. But I don't want her doing that. That's not funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. I love that.
It's not, that is the thing that ages the worst in this movie. Is that scene?
Oh my God, it was also sexy.
No, because it's fake. That's weird that you would think that's sexy.
Well,
she's in the middle of a deli. Act like a lady.
Oh, listen, a lot of women I know have faked it, so that's why.
So it doesn't bother you. You just keep on plowing through.
Oh, so good.
Wow. Well, the movie ends with, I think, one of the all-time great monologues, and I want to hear this audio. This is what partially inspired us to watch this movie, was this scene takes place on New Year's Eve. I kept on seeing this clip on my Twitter feed on New Year's Eve without the context. I will tell you, with or without it, it is just absolutely marvelous dialogue.
I'm sorry, Harry. I know it's New Year's Eve. I know you're feeling lonely, but you just can't show up here, tell me you love me, and expect that to make everything all right. It doesn't work this way.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know, but not this way.
How about this way?
I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees out. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that you get a little crinkle above your nose when you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I love that after I spend a day with you, I can still smell your perfume on my clothes. And I love that you are the last person I want to talk to before I go to sleep at night. And it's not because I'm lonely, and it's not because it's New Year's Eve. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Wow.
So now I'm going to go home and be alone.
Oh, boy.
Tough one.
Well, one day you'll have the rest of your life, though. Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to.
You'll have what he's having, huh? Am I right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, that is so poetic. That is awesome. That is so good.
Have you ever said something that romantic?
I've thought those things. I could never say that out loud.
What good does that do? That's insane.
I mean,
I've thought nice things about my wife, just never told her.
What do you? I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Why? Because I don't know. Because listen, no one could do that like Billy Crystal. No one could have put that together like that.
I feel like I could. I have people that I would absolutely say stuff like that to.
Multiple? That's not good.
Like everybody?
Red flag.
Kenzie, I see in hindsight how that was phrased poorly.
That was really bad.
All right, so
there's been people throughout my life that I could have said that to. Yeah.
Yep. And you didn't do it either.
Hold on.
No. What's the problem with that?
Why can't you why can't you say romantic
What,
things
is she
to your
gonna
wife?
reject you? You're married with a kid. Why can't you just say nice things to her?
I said a lot of nice things to my wife in the courting stage and getting there. I still say nice things to her. But I'm saying to say that.
What's the last nice thing you said to your wife?
Hey, do you like all my guitar stuff laid out on the floor?
And she said no.
Yeah.
But
I what a bitch.
I thought it was very romantic. Say I'm gonna learn to play some songs for you. That's what I'm gonna do when I get going.
You want to be an influencer because you want fame. It has nothing to do with her. Don't pawn that off.
Well, if I'm famous with her too, it's kind of nice. Maybe I'm gonna take the garbage out one night.
God.
All right, what are we rating this movie at?
I think we have to rate it out of fake orgasms.
Yeah,
I'm not happy
good boy,
about
you said it. Good job. You said it out loud.
Don't say that word. That's not.
You know how
polite.
uncomfortable he is, Kenzie, saying that?
I'm not uncomfortable around them. I'm uncomfortable saying it. It's 8:30 in the morning.
Did you ask if I'm uncomfortable with him saying the word orgasm?
No, I said, did you hear how uncomfortable he was saying it?
Oh, yeah, no. But he's uncomfortable saying a lot of things. I'm just used to that.
All right, so When Harry Met Sally.
It is a very, very strong 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Oh, my God. If for some reason you haven't seen this movie, you need to go see it immediately. It's on HBO Max right now. Spend your Friday night with When Harry Met Sally. I cannot recommend it enough.
There you go. And if you missed any part of it, remember it's on the podcast, the Brian and Kenzie podcast. Our entire show is on there.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.